Skinny Hardaway Southern T back with another EP. And I'm glad y'all good folks could make it this morning. I know ain't nobody here yet, but I'm speaking to the people that's gonna come in. I'm glad y'all good folks could make it this morning. How you doing? But I digress. Appreciate y'all sliding through this joint. Today I'm here with, a special kind of tea. You know what I mean? This is something, that came across my feed yesterday. You know what I mean? Me being a Conor Benn fan, I was excited, about this news. I made a Southern tea, not too long ago. And it involved Tank Davis. It involved Conor Benn. And two other guys. I forgot who the other two guys were. What's good, Jeff Campbell? Appreciate you sliding through this, Jeff Campbell. Appreciate you sliding through. If you could, do your boy a favor. Hit that like button and subscribe to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Greatly appreciate it. Shout out to my guy Jeff Campbell. Good morning. But yeah, I had made a video with Tank Davis and Conor Benn. You know what I said? I had in the video I basically was talking about how I think those two, are good fighters. I think those two are good fighters, polished fighters and future stars. But how I want more from them, right now. You know what I mean? High talent fighters, but the fights, that they have been giving us have been leaving, us wanting more, just a little more. You know what I mean? So in the wakes of all that, you know what I mean? I'm chilling yesterday, doing my normal shows and whatnot. And it come across my line. I think my boy Just Do Boxing had told me, he was like, "Oh, yo, did you hear about Conor Benn calling out Keith Thurman?" I was like, "Oh, Conor Benn called out Keith Thurman. That's dope." He told me the article, where I could go find, Boxing News 24 and everything. So I went to go check it out. And my boy Conor Benn, called out Keith Thurman. Not only did he call out Keith Thurman, he said that he wanted Keith Thurman in July, which is right around the corner. Look at my boy Just Do right there. What's good, Jeff? Let me say what's up to my people. What's good, Jeff Campbell? Appreciate you sliding through this joint. I'm trying to say salute Jeff. My ass and said salute T. What's good, Just Do? Appreciate you sliding through this joint. I'm trying to tell John to say salute T. My bad, Jeff. Shout out my guy, Jeff. But yeah. My dumb man. What's good, Just Do? Appreciate you sliding through this joint. But hey, yeah, so oh bullshit. It's early. Hey, Just Do, look. You know what? I just ran out G5 show real quick to come do my video. I'm finna go hop back over there on G5. Nah. But hey, yeah. But hey, yeah. So Conor Benn called out Keith Thurman. He said he want Keith Thurman in July. He said he want Keith Thurman in July. He put Keith Thurman's name as the top choice on the short list of opponents, that he would want to fight, for July. So if not Keith Thurman, we can be expecting him to see, one of these guys. He said the first guy he wants is Keith Thurman. He said Mario Barrios, Mikey Garcia, Danny Garcia, Kell Brook, and Maurice Hooker. And Maurice Hooker. So I think, I had put that fire to Conor Benn, because I do like Conor Benn. I think he's a ever-growing fighter. I seen, where he came from to where he is now, and he's improved tremendously. I like Conor Benn. But after his last fight, I said I don't want to see any more Chris Van Herdens. I don't want to see any more easy touches. You know what I mean? I don't want to see that. I want to see him challenge himself. I think he's finally hit the point where, he's ready for that next big fight. He's ready for that step up. You know what I mean? And sure enough, and this is why I like, the fighters that I like, because I could see a talent, right? And sure enough, when, we start to put that pressure on you, Conor Benn answers. And that's what I like, about certain fighters. We were, my guy Jeff Campbell just said he finally calling out somebody that's not about to retire. You know what I mean? As a Conor Benn fan, it was getting hard for me to defend, your opponent list, his choice of opponent. You know what I mean? Even myself, I'm like, okay, I think you're ready now. I know you used to be, kind of sorry. But now I see what you is now. You a lot better than you used to be. So I want to see you in there with somebody, competitive. his last couple fights, I think he's found his own. You know what I mean? I think he's finally came into his own. He's finally grown into his body. He's found his power. I think it's crazy that Conor Benn has knocked 2 straight people out with a straight right hand. That's really that's unheard of at 147. You know what I mean? If we being real about it. For a 147 guy to have a straight right hand, you know, that's knocking people out. You know what I mean? That's kind of crazy for him to be knocking people out with a right hand. You know what I mean? So I think Conor Benn has finally grown into his body. He's finally grown into his physical, peak. With Conor Benn, I still would like to see a little more head movement. You know what I mean? I still want to see a little more head movement with Conor Benn. You know what I mean? But he does have more head movement than he used to have. So that's a good thing. But I think now is the time for Conor Benn to fight, the Keith Thurmans, the Danny Garcias, the Mikey Garcias. I think now is perfect timing. And to be real with you, I favor Conor Benn in most of those fights. The Keith Thurman fight is interesting with Conor Benn because I think Keith Thurman, may be able to outbox Conor Benn for a certain amount of rounds type deal. So that fight is more interesting. But off the top of my head, first out, I will favor Conor Benn over Mikey, over Danny, over Hooker, and over Barrios. You know what I mean? I personally would like to see him hop in the ring, with Keith Thurman. I think that'll be a banger. That'll be a big fight. No, that'll be a big fight. Keith Thurman got his own fan base and his own name. Conor Benn got his own fan base and his own name. Keith Thurman coming out for victory over Mario Barrios. Conor Benn coming out for victory over Chris Van Houten. You know what I mean? That's a big name, a big money fight. You know what I mean? And possibly a free fight. You know what I mean? Keith Thurman is a pay-per-view guy. So I'm guessing if Conor Benn, Keith Thurman fight, it might be on a pay-per-view. You know what I mean? Given the names involved and what's at stake. Because people forget Conor Benn is ranked in the top 5 of the WBA. And the WBA, I also read this in this article, the WBA told Conor Benn, not even told him. Y'all know how these sanctioning bodies work. If you rank in the top and you put on, a good enough fight, they'll make your fight an eliminator for the WBA belt. So Conor Benn is searching for that eliminator fight, right? So he's looking for the right opponent. What bigger opponent than Keith Thurman? You know what I mean? So this Conor Benn versus Keith Thurman fight actually could be, could have, some bigger implications on it. Because in the article I read, they said the same thing that I just said, about the WBA, about Conor Benn in the WBA final eliminator. He just got to get him he got to get the right opponent. You know what I mean? Type this. Shout out my nigga Jay Gibson. Appreciate you sliding through this jump. Appreciate you sliding through this jump. Glad you can make it, pimp. Glad you can make it. It'll be on the zone in the UK. It probably gonna be on the zone, pay-per-view. I'm thinking, Jeff. Hopefully it'll be on the zone in the UK. That way it'll be free. Shout out my guy JK. He said that's interesting. Yeah, it really is. As a Conor Benn fan, I'm stoked about this shit. But y'all, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. I just want to drop in and tell y'all that Conor Benn said that he want to fight Keith Thurman in July in his next fight. You know what I mean? So we on wait and see. I'm on wait and see to see what Keith Thurman go do. This gonna be a story that I'm gonna be following, because y'all be hard on my boy Conor Benn. You know what I mean? So this is a story that I'm gonna be following. I want to see what comes from it. I also like his long list of opponents and his short list of opponents. Keith Thurman is the short list opponent. The long list: Mario Barrios, Danny Garcia, Mikey Garcia, Maurice Hooker, guys like that, names, fights that'll get the people going, that'll get the people interested in watching. So I'm on wait and see with who my boy Conor Benn fight in July. If he fight another, older guy, scrub Rudy Poo, I'm gonna be a little upset because I think Conor Benn is better than that now. But if he fight one of these names on this short list or this long list, oh man, y'all ain't gonna never get me to shut the fuck up. But that's all I got. Skin the Hardaway Sudden T. This ain't the past. This ain't the future. But this the present. That's how we rocking. And I'm out.